Welcome to Grief Journal in Real Time. I'm Lynette, and here's where I am today. Let me take you back to the beginning of the end. It was a Saturday morning, January 3rd, 2026. That day is so profound in so many ways. But for now, it was the beginning of the end. I heard my brother say the words about my mom's diagnosis. My heart started to beat faster. My ears heard him, but my nervous system and my mind was screaming, wait, wait, you're taking me too fast. It's one of those moments where you know you heard what you heard, but it just couldn't be possible. This was not happening to our mom. He shared the information with me the doctors had given him. And the woman he was talking to became the little girl screaming inside, no, not now. I felt like my world collided with time. And later I'll tell you how the beginning of the end was also the beginning of my wake-up call to my own life. That phone call shook up everything I thought I knew, felt, understood. The beginning of processing that we were about to really lose our mom, our last living parent. That feeling of going into a tunnel where you leave the light and you go into this place where you have to turn on your high beams to even see the next step, the next car. And as you drive, you're desperately wanting to see the light on the other side. In regards to our mom's life, there wasn't going to be much light. Acceptance was not even an option. When the phone call ended, I walked into the other room. I sat down. And the type of cry that came from me only came from my soul. Because here we are again, being told that our parent is not going to make it. How dare you tell me my mama is not going to make it? It's interesting, for lack of a better word, how grief suddenly enters the picture before death actually happens. I cried I prayed. I said, why? I said, why now? And then everything that I was angry about, needed healing from, the boundaries I put in the sand with me and my mom evaporated. That's the big picture today, is how the grace of God eradicated everything in my soul regarding my mom except love. When mortality, I can't say that word right, but you know what I mean. We're being raw, right? And honest. There are those words that somehow you just can't get right. Mortality slaps time in the face, is what that moment means to me. The emotions that arise from the heart when someone you love doesn't have much time. I'm grateful for it not being instant, but I'm mad that it even had to be. There are those moments in our life where time collides with our excuses, our anger, our boundaries, and grace says it doesn't matter anymore. January 3rd, 2026 was the beginning of the end of the life of the woman who gave me life. So I'm going to stop here. I just wanted to honor this moment because it's important. Because grief comes in many ways. And mine is in the loss of a beautiful woman who gave me life through her body. And in the moment when I was told that her time on this earth had become limited, the little girl in me simply wanted to lay my head on her lap and say, "Mama, I love you." This is not from an expert opinion. This is from a broken-hearted daughter. If I could make the world stop, it would simply be to tell her more, "Mama, I need you." That was my cry. That was what I journaled. That is what I cried out to God. Unfiltered, undenied. "Mama, I need you. And I love you." That was the day when time stopped, but it also began in another aspect of my life. I pray in some way this speaks to someone today who may not be ready to own the moment where time collided with excuses, mortality, anger, unforgiveness. I hope that your grief is not from loss of someone you love, but if it's in another way and you have not embraced the reality that time waits for no one to get it right, my thought left me for a second. So I'll just leave it at this. This is where I am today. Mortality collided with time. One thing ended and something else was born. And I get to decide what to do with what was born. Until next time, this is where I am today. That's it. That's all.